Hi sisters, James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So now that Halloween is officially over and we are on to November, that means it is officially holiday season. I am so excited because the fall and winter time is by far my favorite time of the entire year. This is the only time that I am slightly missing upstate New York, but I'm happy in LA. I love a good breeze, all the leaves falling from the trees, and of course all the pumpkin spice latte things, but most of all the makeup brands drop their holiday collections. As many of you guys know, I'm currently doing Sister Upload Week where I'm uploading one video every single day for an entire week. We started this past Saturday, so make sure to check out the previous videos if you have not seen them yet, and we have plenty of fun videos coming soon as well that you'll have to stay tuned for. But for today's video, I'm so pumped because I am going to be showing you guys the brand new Morphe Holiday Collection. You guys know I love Morphe so much. I literally talk about them all the time and even have my coupon code for them on one of my hoodies, but I really do love them as both a brand and their products. I think they're really great, and this is Morphe's first ever big launch like this, and I have the absolute honor of being able to actually model for the collection, and it was so much fun. So without further ado, if you want to see all the new holiday items and how I created this eyeshadow look today using the brand new 39A palette, make sure you keep on watching. So a few days ago, I got a rather large package sent to my doorstep, and when I opened it up, it came with this, and it literally cannot even fit fully on the camera, but this is the PR packages the Morphe Holiday Collection came in. Before we even get into the actual products, let's talk about this frickin' packaging because this is absolutely stunning. A lot of people complained in the past about Morphe's packaging being very cheap looking, and I do not think that argument is a fair one to make at all anymore. Their new stuff and new design and products look so good. I've been so proud to watch them grow from the beginning to where they are now. It is truly so exciting. Okay, so looking at this entire collection in front of me, there are a lot of things here. Morphe was definitely not playing around. They said, girl, your stockings are about to be stuffed. Let's go ahead and knock out the brush collections first. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the I Slay 6-piece brush collection. Now before we even talk about the actual brushes inside, once again, the name, I Slay, so good. The packaging, absolutely stunning. So opening this up, you get 6 different brushes for doing your eyeshadow with, and also a cute little gold bag to store them all in. I did not even know that this was part of the collection. So cute. We definitely have a lot to talk about here, so I'm just gonna go through these rather quickly, but there is a tiny brush for doing winged liner, a pencil brush, which you guys know I always love to do for highlighting my nose, my inner corners, my brow bones, or any detail work on the eyes. Of course, a flat top concealer brush for any cleanup work. I love using one of these to clean up underneath my brows or sometimes my wing liner or even my lip line if it's looking a little bit wonky. We have a fluffy packer brush, which is perfect for packing on any eyeshadow to the lid. Then of course, a fluffy blending brush. Ooh, that's a mouthful right there. This will be perfect for applying shadow into the crease and on the eyelid, and then of course blending it out as well. And then of course a fluffy synthetic brush. I absolutely love using these for when it comes to like blending work that needs to be done a little bit more soft, if that makes sense. For instance, like blending out a nose contour or blending out shadow that's already applied, like with no product on it. Or I also use one of these for blending out my eyelid primer all the time. So that is the I Slay brush collection. Like I said, it is a 6-piece collection. I'm gonna put the price of it right down here so you guys can see it because I don't know the prices off the top of my head. I think it definitely has every different type of brush that you would ever need to start off an eyeshadow look. So I think this will be a really great look for beginners. So the next brush set is called Complexion Goals, and once again, the packaging is so beyond beautiful, and this is a 5-piece brush collection, and based on the name and the size of this box, I'm assuming this one is going to be for skin and complexion style brushes. Okay, so opening this up, once again, we get a cute little brush case, and then of course we have the 5 brushes that the Complexion collection comes with. So starting off in the order that I would use them in, we first have a flat top kabuki brush. This is going to be perfect for blending in your foundation, and it is so soft. Next we have a fluffy rounded brush, and I would use this to set my face in place using a translucent setting powder. Next we have this fluffy angle brush, and I would use this to contour, so I put it right here to chisel out my cheekbones. Of course we have to snatch the jawline and the forehead as well. So after I contour, you guys know that I like to lightly bake my face a little bit. After baking, I would go into this next fluffy, tapered, rounded blending brush, and use this to wipe away the bake or deepen up my contours a little bit. And last but finally not least, we have of course the classic fan brush, which everybody uses to highlight and get that blinding glow. Alright guys, so that is the Complexion Goals brush collection all complete. Like I said, it is a 5-piece brush set, and I'll put the price right down here. I think this is once again a really great set for any beginner who likes to focus on their skin. I know my skin used to be a really big problem spot, especially when it came to my makeup, and I've been working so hard on it, and it's finally in a place that I'm like relatively happy with, so I would definitely recommend this brush set to anybody who wants to really have that slayed, snatched, porcelain, face-tuned in real life looking skin. Alright, so last but certainly not least brush collection that I want to tell you guys about today is the Bling It On brush collection. Opening this case up, you get once again a cute little storage thing. This is more of like a rose gold envelope. I think it is so cute. And then opening this up, you fold this little slot up and you get little individual compartments for all your brushes so you can keep them super neat and organized. So this right here is a 7-piece brush collection. It comes with 3 different face brushes and 4 different eye brushes, and these retail for a whopping $79. I know that price tag is definitely really, really high, but these are definitely a collector's item. These are rose gold brushes, and then they have the cute little crystal bejeweled handles. They are absolutely stunning. These are definitely going to be a collector's item. I would not recommend these for the everyday makeup wearer. These are going to be a really, really great gift for anybody that really, really loves makeup and the beauty world. I know that I personally will never use these. They'll be displayed proudly right next to my diamond brush collection from Morphe launched a few months ago. These will be a really, really great gift for anybody that absolutely loves the makeup world. Alright guys, so those are all the brush collections all complete, but before we move on to the eyeshadow today, which I am so pumped for, I do want to show you guys 2 other sets that came out with this holiday collection, those being the Weapons of Mass Seduction sets. Literally, once again, the name's so good. We have Pure Nude and Deep Smoky, and these are basically 5-piece sets. They come with, as you can see, it comes with a black gel liner, a black eyeliner pencil, a smudger fluffy brush, and a tiny detailed smudger brush. And of course, this little trio of eyeshadow colors right here, a black, brown, and then a more bronzy copper shade. Then the same exact thing comes in the set Pure Nude, but this is the eyeshadow trio it comes with instead. It is like a brownie cranberry shade, a light pink shade, and then a light orange shade. Perfect for a more natural, everyday, on-the-go eyeshadow look. I feel like these sets are going to be perfect for anybody who is more new to makeup or a beginner. It's literally $15 for a 5-piece set of everything you could possibly need for either a smoky eye or a more natural eye. Finally, we get to move on to the eyeshadow, which is what I know all of you guys have been waiting for, and I'm so pumped for. Before we actually get into the main star of the show, though, we have 2 smaller palettes, being the Night Master and the Day Slayer. So this is the Day Slayer palette. It comes with 15 different shades and retails for $15, so definitely super, super cheap. It has a mirror at the top as well, which a lot of Morphe palettes don't have, so thank God they added this. It is so incredibly helpful that you can do your makeup on the go. And this palette comes with a lot of warm tone shades such as oranges and the classic browns. And then we even have a more like ready burnt shade to put on top of the lid. Definitely a beautiful mix of mattes and metallics. And I think this one is kind of comparable to the 35O, just fewer shades for a more concentrated look. Obviously not everybody can carry around some huge ass palette with them, so I think this is a really, really great palette for travel. And then just like the Day Slayer, we have the Night Master palette. Once again, this one is $15 for 15 shades. And this palette is more cool tone with like browns, still a few orangey tones up in here, but also the more purpley cranberry tones for a more night on the town type of look. Finally, the palette that I've been so excited to tell you about is the 39A, which is the Dare to Create palette. So this is the 39A right here, and if you'll notice, it is much bigger than the typical Morphe palette. And that's because if you open it up, this is what you have inside. Most Morphe palettes retail for $22 and have 5 rows of 7 shadows. That's right. And this palette is definitely a lot different than the typical Morphe palette. This one retails for $32 and it comes with 39 shades instead of 35. But as you'll notice, the middle row of this palette is all bigger than the average pan size, and these are all transition shades. I think this palette is absolutely genius because not only are there literally 7 different transition shades for 7 different skin tones or 7 different looks, the pan sizes are also a lot bigger because y'all know as soon as you get that palette that you really, really love, the first shade you're gonna hit pan on is a transition shade because you use it all the time. Trust me, it happens to me all the time, so I think it is so smart to make the transition shades bigger so you never hit pan on them and you can use them and love them forever. Without further ado, I'm exhausted at talking at this point. Y'all are probably getting real tired of hearing my voice, so let's start playing with these shadows. So I'm first going to start off by grabbing the shade Define Me on the light fluffy brush from the Eye Slay brush kit and putting that in my crease as a transition shade. I'm just putting the shade all over my crease to get a light wash of color on there to prepare for all the shadows coming soon. I'm next going to grab the shade Vivid on that flat packer brush from the same brush set and use this to define out the crease a little bit more. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a halo eye today, so when it comes to the crease, I'm keeping it pretty rounded, and when I get to the outer corner, I'm not pulling it out and winging it as much as I usually do. You guys know that I love doing that, so this is pretty hard for me, but I think the rounded eye shape is going to be beautiful for today's look. Next, I'm going to grab an M514 brush and dip into the shades Passion and Vibrant and just mix them together to deepen up the crease a little bit. Next, I'm going to grab that flat packer brush that once again I used to define the crease and grab the shade Fickle and start to pack that on the lid. I can honestly say I think it has been months since I've last used green eyeshadow. I don't really like the color green, but these colors in this palette are so beautiful and it is perfect for holiday season. So I figured I would suck it up and create a bomb-ass slang camo green look today just for you guys. I cannot even tell you how good it feels to be able to open a Morphe palette and use a mirror inside of it to blend my eyeshadow today. Just because I modeled for this collection does not mean I can't throw a little bit of shade at my favorite brand. This should have been done a lot sooner, and I'm so glad they finally did it. Once that's all blended out and I'm happy with where the green is, I'm gonna grab the other side of that flat packer brush and dip into the shade So Glam. It is like this bronzy antique greeny gold type of color. It is so beautiful. And I'll grab a little bit of my Morphe setting spray and I'm going to spritz the brush just to get it nice and damp so the color is super pigmented. And then I'm just gonna pack this right on the center of the lid. That's beautiful. Shit. I'm next gonna take the pencil brush from the Eye Slay kit and I'm gonna dip into the shade Pine. And I'm going to use this to blend out the edges and deepen up the inner and outer corner of this halo eye. This Pine shade definitely does have a little bit of kickback, so make sure to tap off your brush before you apply it, or else you might be looking a little crazy. And then just for a little bit more vibrancy, I'm gonna dip into the shade Muse, which is a black for the palette. Once again, so glad Morphe is finally adding blacks to their palettes. I always love a little bit of black to define and just make everything a little bit more deep. And then back into that original fluffy brush that we used for the transition shade. For one final pop on the eyelid before we move on to the lower lash line, I want to show you guys something that I am so excited about, and that is the Master of Metallics set. So these right here are the Master of Metallics, and these are cream eyeshadows, and these are probably my favorite item out of this entire collection, aside from the 39A palette, of course. This set of 3 cream eyeshadows comes for $12, meaning they are $4 each, and these are so beyond beautiful. So it comes with the shade Gold, Bronze, and Copper. Oh my god. In my opinion, they're pretty comparable to the Stila liquid metals. They're definitely not as like glittery, but they're really, really beautiful and metallic and shiny. And this is literally $12 for a set of 3, meaning they are $4 each. You guys, you have to get these, and I really, really hope that Morphe comes out with more of these soon, because I definitely will be needing a lot more colors. For today's look, I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Gold and pop that right on the center of my lid. Oh my god, that is so pretty. Then before it dries down, I'm just going to take my pencil brush to make sure the edges are nice and blended out. So lesson learned, these definitely dry down really, really fast, which is definitely not a bad thing, but if you're going to be playing with these, just be careful, work in small sections, and blend fast, because this looks so bomb. By the way, speaking of fast dry down times as well, you're kidding. So now that the top lid is all done, let's go in with the lower lash line, and I'm first going to grab that fluffy brush, once again from the Eye Slay collection, and dip into the shade Define Me just for a light wash of color for the smooth blend on the lower lash. And then using an M514 with the shade Passion and deepening that up a little bit. And then placing the shade Fickle on the inner and outer corner using that pencil brush. Once again, grabbing a little bit of Muse on a tiny liner brush, and I'm going to place that right on the inner and outer corners, just for a little bit more definition. And then just putting a little dollop of the gold cream shadow right in the center. So next we have 2 more kits from this collection, both being the Draw Attention sets. They come in neutral and bold, and these are both sets of 10 different eyeliner pencils. It is $19 each for 10 pencils per kit, and this is what they look like. And for today's look, I'm going to grab the shade Coconut. For today's look, I'm going to grab the shade Coconut, and I'm going to use this to line my lower waterline. For lashes today, I'm going to quickly pop on a pair of House of Lashes Iconics. Once again, thank God for this mirror situation. It is literally a holiday miracle. Alright guys, and that is one holiday eye all complete. I'm going to do the other one off camera quickly to save some time, and I'll be right back to finish out the rest of my face and the collection. Alright guys, so those are both holiday eyes all complete. I just went ahead and I quickly did my highlight off camera so we get that natural glow. And now to move on to the lippity doodads. So there are actually a ton of lips launched in this collection. The first 2 items being these 2 lip kits, being Paint the Town Nude and Paint the Town Red, both retailing for $12 each with 3 different lips inside, so $4 a liquid lipstick. So in the Paint the Town Nude set, we have the shade Lulu, Sweets, which is the lightest of the 3, and then Dainty. And then in the Paint the Town Red set, we have the shade Stunner, which is a deep blue-toned red. Bonnie, which is a true, like, bright-ass red, perfect for the holiday season. And then finally the shade Lovely, which is a more orangey tone red. They also launched 5 different metallic liquid lipstick shades that all retail for $12 each. Just being straight up honest, metallic liquid lipsticks are really not my favorite. I'm not the biggest fan of the look of them, but I'm going to show you guys them anyway, just in case you are, because that's totally fine. We have this like red metallic shade, which is called Spotlight. There's also this bronzy shade called Luster. This beautiful bright gold shade is called Goldie. This shade called Reflection is a very like muted purpley mauve color, but on camera it's showing up really, really vibrant, which leads me to believe that this may be more of like a duochrome shade rather than a metallic, which is super dope. And then we have the shade Sleek, which is once again a more red metallic shade, and this is it next to Spotlight. As you can see, it's a little more purpley and a little bit deeper. For lips today, I'm first going to apply the shade Lulu all over, and then layering over top the shade Sweets. And then last but finally not least, I'm going to finish off this look using my Morphe setting spray. Alright guys, and this is the completed look using the brand new Morphe Holiday Collection. I'm honestly living for this. Like I said, it has been so long since I put on green eyeshadow because it's just really not my favorite color, but today I'm like living the camo fantasy. Definitely leave me a comment down below and tell me what you guys think of the brand new collection. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I can't wait to see what all you sisters have to say. Like I said, it was such an honor to be working with Morphe on this collection. Just to make everything very clear, this is not a collaboration. This is not a James Charles X Morphe palette, although saying that does sound really nice, and that would definitely be something amazing for the future. But this is just a normal palette. I just happen to be the model for it. I'm not making any money off of this. As always, if you want to use code JAMES, it gets you 10% off this entire holiday season. Like always, you totally don't have to. That is a-okay. I just want to give it to you guys because holiday season can be so ridiculously expensive. Trust me, I feel you. Makeup is not cheap either. So, code JAMES, 10% off. You're welcome, sisters. Just a friendly reminder that everything I just showed you guys launches tomorrow morning, November 7th, at I think 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Not 100% sure. Make sure you're following me on Twitter and Snapchat for like live action updates on that stuff. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below and click subscribe if you have not already. We are literally so close to 2 million subscribers. I cannot believe it. Also click that little bell icon to be notified every time I upload a new video. In case you guys didn't know, we are currently in the middle of Sister Upload Week. I've been uploading a video every single day so far, and there are plenty more videos to come, so I am so excited, and you guys are definitely not going to want to miss them. This week's sister shout out goes to Charlotte. Thank you so much, babe, for always following and supporting. You know I love you so much. And if you would like to be next week's sister shout out, make sure to always retweet my video links when they go live on Twitter. Alright sisters, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Happy holidays, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.